you're a good person and you're generous when you're broke, then you're going to be an even better person and more generous when you're wealthy. If you are pro-black when you're broke, you're gonna be super pro-black when you're wealthy. You know, you saw Ezekiel Elliott's father. Stacey Elliott's the name I knew him by, but his name's actually Salhuddin Muhammad. And he consistently cited the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Minister Farrakhan and the principles of the Nation of Islam, which I respect immensely. And he's very bold. He's not scared, you know, and part of his boldness is that he owns things. He has a massive ranch and they have this family business they built. And he said, and he made it real clear. He said, I'll be damned. He said, I drove to Ohio State in a hoopty. He said, I'll be damned if my son's gonna make y'all millions of dollars and I'm gonna drive home in a hoopty. He said, I'm not driving home in a hoopty. And I said, you should not drive home in a hoopty. Nobody in the family should be in a hoopty. And the idea that people think that that their son, that they can manufacture this child that goes out and makes $100 million for Ohio State, and the parent's supposed to drive home in a raggedy car. That's sick. That's crazy to me. So, long story short, these are the interesting wealth lessons that I think we want to incorporate and tell these stories to the kids. Like, define your economic culture. That's what this is all about. That's why we do the economic elevation circle. We're not just creating that 100-year plan and all these other things. We are actually creating culture at the same time because the culture is your problem. The culture's been destroyed. The culture's been hijacked. BET, all that other stuff owned by non-black people. I dare I say Jews. I'm not here to talk about them in that way, in a derogatory way, but you know who owns all that stuff. They crap on your culture. And then when you're sitting in the crapper, you're sitting there broke, busted, disgusted, your children getting shot up in the street, kids growing up and becoming nothing, no sense of purpose, alcoholics, drug addicts everywhere, all this other nonsense, baby mamas all over the place. They take no accountability for that. So again, if you're Jewish, I'm not here to be anti nothing. I'm here to tell the truth though. I'm pro truth. So two things I want to mention really quickly before I forget. Number one, the convention sold out last year. It's going to sell out this year again. It's going to sell out because we restrict the number of tickets that we sell. We do not want everybody there. Our goal is not to create the black version of InvestFest. That's not what we're trying to do. InvestFest does what InvestFest does, and I love them for that. But our goal is to get people that are kind of at a certain level mentally. A lot of our people are range in age from 7 years, 2 years old, 3 years old, all the way up to 90 years old. And also, we're very family oriented, and we want people that are ready to connect and build in a specific way that is 100% pro-black.